Hi guys, I'm Chris from Human Torque Training. In this video I'm going to teach you a club bell exercise called the Parry cast and the reverse Parry cast. Now these exercises are awesome for improving the mobility of your shoulder, and more importantly you're going to be building strength in your joints of your shoulder, elbow and wrist. Now not just muscular strength, but because you're taking the club bell through an extreme range of motion, you're going to be building the strength of your joints, your tendons and your ligaments, which is super important for club bell swinging, because when you progress to more advanced exercises and dynamic stuff, you're swinging the club bell over your head. If your joints aren't conditioned for that, and if all the muscles surrounding your shoulder don't know how to stabilise it, it'll just be a matter of time until you get injured, and then you're going to hate club bells. So here we go. Okay, so to begin the exercise you need to get your body into correct alignment, like all club bell exercises. Now to do this, you're basically going to be trying to stand as tall as possible. So tall from your hips to your head. You're going to be keeping a tiny bend in your knees so you can connect to the ground, but from your hips to the top of your head, you're trying to stand as tall as possible. So your chest and your rib cage you're going to lift, not puffing out like this with a big arch in the low back, but standing tall. Alright? Now notice as well, when you do that, your belly button will draw in towards your spine, so you want to keep your belly button drawn in throughout the exercise. So it starts with the club bell hanging at your side like this. So I'm getting that tall posture, and I'm going to be lifting the club bell with my elbow. So not with my wrist. Now there will be a difference, and your muscles will fire a little bit differently by lifting with your elbow. So while lifting with your elbow, keeping your shoulder down. It's a small movement keeping it down, but it's very important. So here we go, keeping my shoulder down and lifting with my elbow to bring the club bell over my opposite shoulder. Okay, so you'll notice in this position, my arm is heading off in this direction as far as it will go. So I'll show you from the side. So I'm keeping tall, and then once you're in this position, I'm going to be rotating my elbow inwards like this. So my elbow never goes outside my body here. So rotates in like this. And then I'm going to be shooting my elbow across my body. And my wrist and the hand and the club bell are just following. So this is awesome as well, guys. If you spend hours sitting at a computer with your shoulders internally rotated like this, your body glues to that position. And with this exercise, the club bell's torquing your shoulder, your wrist and your elbow. You're basically you're unwinding all of that tension, so it's an awesome exercise for your posture as well. So I'll just give you a couple more repetitions. So standing tall, keeping my shoulder down, lifting with my elbow to bring the club bell over my opposite shoulder. Notice as well, guys, when you do this, you're going to be wanting to side bend like this. You're going to try and resist that as much as you can. So rotating my elbow in so it's staying in this plane, and then shooting it across my body to come into the next repetition. Okay, so now the reverse Parry cast is just the exact reverse of that exercise. So here we go, starts in the same position like this, but what I'm going to be doing is almost like I'm doing a bicep curl, but I'm shooting my elbow across my body again. So here we go. Across my body there, and then bringing my elbow up, so staying in this plane to bring the club bell behind my head, and then bringing it up over my opposite shoulder to bring the club bell down. So bicep curl, but shooting my elbow across my body, keeping my arm in this plane, bring it over my opposite shoulder and bringing it back down. So as I said, it's an awesome exercise. As far as reps, because you're going to that extreme range of motion, you don't need heaps of reps. Like I wouldn't do any more than 10 repetitions. maybe 2-3 sets. And weight, you know, like that's 6 kilos. Start light, but start with a couple of kilos, and progress as you get stronger. And just one more thing with that exercise, you'll notice with the club bell, as you're taking it around your body, the club bell is staying vertical the whole time. Now, if you're really tight in the shoulders, it's going to be hard for you to do that, but the goal is to keep the club bell as vertical as possible. So, practice the exercise, increase the weight intelligently, and have fun with it.